Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the final episode of our start to finish home building series on this home right here. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour of the house. And also while I'm touring the house, I'm going to go over some budget tips. So in case you guys want to build your own house, hopefully this video will kind of help with creating a budget and having some of the things that you have to have and some of the things that maybe you can cut off your list to save a little bit of money. But we're going to go over those things in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. And before we start the house here, the tour, let's go over some things. So if you decide to build your own house, kind of like I did here, first thing you have to come up with is your budget. That's going to be the most important thing. And you have to come up with a realistic budget, because you're not going to be building a big mansion house for $10 a square foot or something like that. But some of the things that I do to come up with my budget is just some of the things that we absolutely need, and that's something that you can do, is come up with a list of things that you need. Like, do you want a 3-bedroom house and 2 bathrooms? Is outdoor space important to you? Do you want to have a nice covered porch? Is a pool important to you? Is a large kitchen important? Or a large bathroom and a soaker tub? So you have to kind of come up with things that you want to see in your house. And then after that, you need to come up with a list for things that are non-negotiable, things that you cannot get rid of. And then also come up with a list of that also, of things that, well, if you're kind of running low on money or your budget is going to go over, some things that you can cut out of your list, maybe downgrade to something a little bit cheaper, and just so you can stay on your budget. But with the budget, first thing you have to think about after you come up with your budget is the property and where you want to have your house sit at. So let me get it turned around here. So one of the big budget things is the property, where you actually have your house. Do you want to have your house on a nice piece of treed property, or do you want to have your house in an open field where there's lots of room to spread out and you can see really far around you? And here in this area, there's a lot of things you can do. This area I'm building in here, you can have properties where you connect to the public water and sewer system and electricity, or there's other properties where you can dig your own well, have your own septic tank, and have solar power. But that's just one of those things that you need to have on your list of what you want to have. Do you want to be connected to the public system, or kind of be off-grid and do things yourself? But that's one of the important things to come up with. So now we've kind of seen the outside of the property here, and if you've been following the series, you've definitely seen the outside here. So let's go inside and check out what we've done inside. And here we are walking into the front door of the house, and this is our main living space here. This will be for the living room kind of area. Maybe set up a couch right there to look at the TV. And this spot we had set up as our dining area. You could probably put a nice table there underneath these pendant lights. And then we'll get into our kitchen here. And this is one of these places that you really have to be pretty good on your budgeting. It's hard to budget every little thing of a kitchen, so I usually like to do like a kitchen allowance. That, like, okay, I'm going to spend this much money on my kitchen, and this is a place where it can really spend a lot of money, or you can save a lot of money. Like, for instance, I have these granite countertops. These ones, the stone by itself was about $10 a square foot. That does include the fabrication and installing these. But stone like this is a nice kind of budget stone, and it comes out really nice. And with the granite countertops, this is a really great return on your investment, because it costs a couple $1,000s to put these in, but what you get back is probably double or triple your investment there. And then moving on to our nice cabinets here. These ones are pre-finished that we picked up from, I think it was Lowe's. And these ones, this is a nice way that I like to save money on the kitchen. These cabinets, I don't remember what the price were, but for like maybe $150, you can get a real nice cabinet like this, and then go on Amazon or online and get some soft close hinges and replace those. That's going to make your cabinets feel like they're double the price, and it's going to just be a real nice look for your kitchen and a nice feel. And then in this house also, we're including all the appliances. And this is another place where sometimes you might be able to go over on your budget, but what we did is we went to the store during these Black Friday sales, and you can pick up really good deals on equipment or appliance packages. So you get 4 appliances, you save $1,000. So that's a really great time of the year to buy. Have a nice refrigerator here. It's not top of the line, but still a really great fridge. Has an ice maker in there. A lot of space in the freezer there for you. And then inside, definitely hold a lot of food for you and your family. We just have drinks in here right now. But yeah, it keeps it nice and cold in there. Another important thing that we really wanted on the house is the pantry here. Because smaller houses, it's really nice to have lots of storage. So opening this up here, put this really nice storage rack on the door here. Really enjoy that one. And in the pantry here, we have these shelves, and we made them so they're adjustable, so you can put them up or down. And light in here as well to really lighten that up. Really happy with how that came out. And our sink here. I always like to do the sinks that are kind of inset down. They don't go over the stone there. The ones that are set underneath. So that if you have any kind of like food waste, it's really easy just to scrape it right in the sink and wash down the drain, and then it goes in the drain. We have a garbage disposal there, and then to turn it on, we just have our button there to turn it on and off. And this one we did this nice hose here that comes in and out. It's the spray hose on there. Always like that one. And then out here, hopefully you can see it. We like to kind of position the house so when you're here doing dishes, looking out the window, you can kind of see the nature and everything that's going on outside. From moving around there from the kitchen, and then into the living area here and dining room. This is another place where planning is important, because you need to decide how you're going to set up your main living space. Because this is a space you might be entertaining in, or this is where your guests are going to be sitting. That's why we went ahead and put a nice little accent wall here. And we put a ceiling fan up here because we have really high ceilings. This one is turned on backwards right now, so it'll take the heat and push it up to the ceiling and then push it down to the ground. So it's kind of backwards. But yeah, with budgeting your heating and cooling system, that's another big expense that you need to account for. On this house here, we have 3 mini splits up there and 2 in the bedrooms, and those mini splits are heat pumps as well, so it really keeps this house nice and warm. And since it's so efficient, we can heat this house for about $2.50 per day. And along with keeping this house efficient, what we did is these exterior walls, something that we have to do on all the houses here. It's something that we don't want to change, is going from 2x4 walls, which is kind of standard, to the 2x6 walls, because that way they're a little bit thicker and you can get much more insulation in there and keep the house really cool in the summer and really warm in the winter, and keep it really just energy efficient. And then another thing, so once you have your budget, you have your property, and kind of all the things that you want to have, then you kind of have to decide, do you want an architect to design your house, or maybe you can go online and find some plans that you like that are already pre-done for you. You can do that option for like $1,000. Or if you have an architect, it could be a few $1,000s, but like this house behind me, we didn't go with the architect. We just went online, found a really nice house plan that we liked, purchased that one. It had everything we needed. It had the foundation plan, the floor plan, the subfloor, how that's going to go, all the interior walls, the roof. Just had everything we need, just kind of follow the plans and got a house here. So that's what we like to go with. We're not doing anything custom, just follow the plans, but that's just one of the things to think about, just like pros and cons of hiring an architect and having a custom house design, or just going online and finding something that kind of like we did. And kind of moving out of the dining room area here. Just kind of talk about some of the building materials and how that can kind of affect your budget, and some things that you can kind of skimp on, and other things that you shouldn't skimp on. Like for us, these windows here, these ones were custom ordered windows, so were actually cheaper than buying in-stock ones from the big box store. These windows, since it's a cold climate here in the winter and very hot in the summer, these ones are double pane windows with a gas in the middle to keep that more efficient. And we got the grills on these ones. That kind of adds a little more price to the window, but at the exterior look, it makes it look very nice. And some more of the building materials to think about is your flooring. This is something that can really build your budget up a lot, or something where maybe you can go a little cheaper on. But for floors, I wouldn't say go too cheap on the floors. This is a crawl space, so we don't want to use tile on this one because it'd be a little too much weight. But if you had a concrete slab, you could definitely go ahead and use tile. You can use the wood planks, the thick wood planks to go in here, but this climate is a little too dry for those, so they're going to shrink and they could crack and open up the cracks in between the floorboards, and we don't want that. So kind of what we do with this one, you see here, this is this nice life-proof LVP flooring. Has a super scratch resistant coating on top of it, and since it's a vinyl plank, it doesn't matter if water gets on it and sits there all day, all night, all week. This won't soak through the floor. It's not going to warp the boards, nothing like that. Only thing that really affects this is if it's in like a direct sunlight, maybe like in front of a window with a lot of hot sun on it, it might warp that floorboard a little bit. But in this house here, we don't have any problems like that. And this is just a real nice, durable floor. And coming down here, leaving the living room, it's our entryway again. And here is a little coat closet for when you come in the front door. And this is also where we put a little space here for the crawl space access. We decided to do the crawl space hatch inside the house instead of outside, because outside there's a lot of rodents and I don't want rats or mice getting into the house. And this is a real nice way to keep them out. I'm not going to go there now because I'm in my socks. But down there we have the whole floor insulated, and you can see there we put a vapor barrier down there. We have lights under there in case you have to go work under there. Flip on a light and it's real nice under there. And it's vented to keep any kind of moisture out and keep it nice and dry down there. And kind of what we're using it for now is, see there, this is a paint bucket, so we have some extra paint there for the house. Some extra stone, stacked stone veneer for the outside of the house, that's under there. Some extra roof shingles, just little extra things in case they might be needed on the house in the future. Close that up, real nice and easy. And then walking down the hallway, put this nice picture window here to look outside, kind of see the mountains, see the weather, and kind of opens up the hallway a little bit more and brings a little more natural light into the hallway. And coming down the hallway here, we have our breaker panel inside. Some people think that might think that's ugly and have them outside. I like to have them inside because if a breaker trips in the middle of the night or in the morning when it's cold and snowing outside, you don't want to go outside to trip the breaker. Everything's just right here. Everything's marked super easy here. So if you need to do any work on a power system, it's right there, nice and simple. And going into the bathroom here, this is the only bathroom in the house because this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. But bathrooms are another place to really think about your budget. You can go over budget a lot on these ones. These vanities are expensive. You have to think about what kind of top you want there. Do you want a tub? Do you want a big soaker tub? Do you want a walk-in shower? Those are just things to think about. Toilets, they can be anywhere from $100 to $500. It just kind of depends what you want. And tile, that's another important thing that you want on designing your house. These ones we put like a nice ceramic tile. They kind of look like marble and it gives it a real nice look. And we did the black finish on this one. We have a nice shower head there, the rain shower. Or that one you can take off and kind of wash yourself off if you want. Or if you're not feeling like that, you can take a bath. But I think bathtubs are really important to have in the house because people just like to take a bath, I guess. And then this is the only room that doesn't have one of these mini split heaters and coolers. But what we did have in here is a cove heater. So it's an electric heater and it's got an angle down to reflect the heat down into the bathroom. And it's on now at 60 degrees and it keeps it very nice and warm in here. Nice and comfortable. Yeah, and for here we have our washer and dryer. These are something where just a nice little utility room here. It's a Samsung dryer and washer. And since this was a kind of a tight space, we're kind of trying to conserve our space and be more energy efficient. We put in here, this is our on-demand water heater. So it's set at 116 degrees right now. So when we turn that on, it instantly heats up the water and it'll keep putting hot water out as long as you want, as you want it to. You don't have to worry about the water heater taking up space and water always being heated in there. This one just heats the water up as you need it. So it's a really efficient thing to have. And you can take a shower or a bath as long as you want. Coming down the hallway into our second bedroom here. This is a nice big 12 by 12 bedroom here. We set this one up with its own mini split. So this one, maybe you want a really hot room or a cold room compared to the rest of the house. But we have our remote here on the wall. You can pick whatever temperature you like. And here as well, we use the same LVP floors on the bottom. And nice big window looking outside. And we left the trees, I don't know if you can see too well, but we left the trees out there, kind of thick branches, just to give it a little more privacy in here. And then turn it around, have a real nice big closet here. And we did the mirror door on this one, make it look a little bit bigger. And this is the standard closet in there with your shelves and your clothes hangers. So yeah, but just pretty standard closet for yourself. And we'll turn around and go into the main bedroom here, which is just across from the second one. This one is supposed to be the primary bathroom or bedroom or master bedroom. This one as well has its own mini split heater and cooler. Keep this place whatever temperature you like. And since this is the main bedroom, we put the dimmer switch on here and these real efficient LED lights for the ceiling. So turn those on, and the dimmer, maybe at nighttime you want to sit back, watch a movie in bed, turn the lights down, or the daytime, have them all the way up. But real nice thing there. And this one as well has a nice view out the back. Kind of take a look at nature when you're waking up. And out of those extra fence posts from outside, the pickets, built a nice little birdhouse. You can check that out in the summertime. But we set this up so we can have a nice bed in between here and an outlet on each side for a nightstand. You could have a light there, charge your phones, something like that. And then flipping it around here, we put a outlet on the wall there so you can mount a TV, watch TV in bed. And then this room as well has a nice big mirror for the closet door. And I like the mirrors in these smaller rooms because it really opens up the space. This room is 12 by 13. And in the closet here, we have just the same things in here. And one of the things I mentioned before was the materials that you're using and kind of like must-have things. What we did in this house, which was a must-have, was insulate the interior walls. So on the other side of that wall is the the living room. So all the interior walls are insulated. This one is insulated. The other bedroom is insulated. This back wall there behind this is the kitchen. That wall is insulated just to give it be a little more efficient, just in case like one room is hot, one room is cold, but also mainly for soundproofing. You don't want to hear the noisy kitchen if you're in here taking a nap, something like that. And one thing that we really went ahead and insulated well was the wall behind the shower here. This is very well insulated, so you're not going to hear the shower running when you're in this next bedroom there. And that is also why the closet is behind the shower there, because with that, your clothes in there, insulation, and the door closed, that should kind of silence that water running. And we put some extra insulation around the shower pipe to kind of isolate that noise a little bit better and just make it a nice, quiet home to be living in. And back down the hallway here. And back to the front door. All right, guys, well, I think I'm going to end the tour here of the house because it's not a big house, but you saw the whole thing. Kind of went over some budgeting things, and to end on the budget, when you come up with your budget, you can see that there's a lot of things that need to be going into a house, a lot of budgets to think about. You have to plan out your budget and consider about labor, materials, and it's always good to put a little extra money on the side just for unexpected costs. Maybe the plumber's going to be more expensive, or the electrician will be more expensive, or maybe you have to do some landscaping outside that's going to up your budget. But it's always good to have just a little bit extra left over just in case something comes up. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this whole house building series. And if you're like me, I can't wait for the next one to be started, and that one's going to be starting in the spring. So look forward for the next season of building another house. It's going to be a really big it's going to be a big season for us next year. A lot of great work. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. So if you like these start to finish home building series, definitely give it a subscribe, because we're going to have new videos every week once we start building the next house. And thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you right back here on the next season. Thanks, guys.